Good night, morning, afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Low Table Podcast. I'm your host for this week, Axel, and I'm joined by my two Russians, Russian one Ivan.
My name is
Comrade.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ivan.
My name's also Russian, but hi.
Yeah, Russians call each other Russians.
Hello, comrade.
And Comrade 2 Ivan. Not Ivan. Comrade 2 Brandon.
Other Ivan.
Other Ivan.
I am Apir.
Comrade
He's
2
Vladimir.
Ivan.
I am Vladimir Ivan.
No, don't you know every Russian is Ivan?
Oh, yeah, they're all Ivan.
Ivan. Or putting this dick in your mouth.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anyways, how is everyone doing this week? Y'all's doing good?
Not
Ivan?
sick.
Brandon?
Finally.
Wasn't the villain for Iron Man 2 named Ivan?
Probably, and I think
Something
he was
like
Russian.
that.
Yeah, I think he was. I'm feeling that.
It's pretty funny.
I want bird.
Yeah.
Give me bird.
I need bird.
Brandon's feeling better. Ivan, how you doing?
I'm fan-fucking-tastic. It's been cold this week, so it's been
Was it like
a bit iffy.
Like
Yeah.
just as of this recording, you said when you dropped your wife off to work, it was like negative 25 out.
Yeah, it was like negative. No, it was in Anchorage, and it was like, well, not 25. It was negative 21, I think. Is what it got to.
It's still cold.
Yeah, right now it's like negative 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But
Do a quick weather update. It is currently on my thing it says -3. So
mine says negative 5. Oh, never mind. Updated -1. Okay,
it's cold.
It got warmer. No, it warmed up now.
Yeah, just by a bit.
How are you doing, Axel?
I've been fine. I've been playing some old games recently that I fell out of, and I'm enjoying them once again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of games, we got to play Divinity again.
Dude, I keep bugging the shit out of these two chuckle fucks. That, by the way, that's my new word.
Yeah, it's just chuckle fuck.
But I've been bugging these two a lot to replay, because we're at a point where right now Brandon's dead, and we're just trying to figure out how to res him, and no one wants to play. I want to res Brandon so we can continue the story.
It's not that we don't want to play it, it's just we don't have time to play.
Yeah, it's like, I know, and I can't get too upset at you guys because moving to Alaska is a big thing and whatnot. You guys have so much shit you're doing over there.
As you can see, Brandon has a lot going on.
Yeah.
He has a lot of furniture he had to move.
Yeah.
A lot.
But man, dude, Divinity is so much fun with friends.
I know, right?
It's so much fun.
I've been really wanting to like get into it for a long time, but I'm glad that we were able to at least start our own like campaign thing.
Mm-hmm. And I continued on by myself for a bit when we started, and now I understand how to play the game now. So
yeah, you went a bit too far.
Yeah, I went really far into the game. But I didn't go too far, because I stopped at a point I was like, I probably should stop here, because if I go any further, I'm actually getting spoilers in the story.
Yeah.
So
Spoilers.
So yeah.
Nice.
It's very cool. Very cool.
Very, very cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Well, going back to the Russian thing, as you can see, Axel's meme. This was from a meme that I also found online on r/Alaska. But a little news update. Apparently, Russia wants to take Alaska back.
Apparently,
as the uneducated people who didn't realize Alaska is a U.S. state. It's been a U.S. state since what, the 60s, I want to say?
You've looked this up. It was like the 50s or something.
50s? It might have been the 50s. I don't know. I can look it up again. But yeah, Alaska's the latest state to join the U.S., I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or the last one. But I guess Putin, he was like, "Ayo, Alaska was stolen." Or what was it? It was illegitimate, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
The transaction was illegitimate, but you know, he wants to take her back. There has been so many goddamn memes about it too.
Yeah, good luck with that, man.
Yeah.
Like it's fuck. I should have saved all these memes just to show y'all, but one of them was like, I think the state of Alaska has more military equipment than all of Russia.
That's pretty funny.
Well, like just Alaska state. I don't know. It's just funny. A lot of people were like, "Come and take it."
Try me.
Yeah. Also, another fun fact. I think over 90% of all Alaskans are armed.
Mm-hmm.
They have some sort of firearm. So,
Which we do not.
Just wanna.
You guys aren't part of the 90%.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, I
We'll
want
make
to
it
go
91% soon.
I need to go buy one. Yeah, I need to be part of the 90%, making 91. But I just want to throw that in. Actual thoughts, question, concerns.
That's pretty funny. I mean, I have no concerns because it's America. You guys are in, so
Yeah.
Most armed person per capita in the world.
Yeah.
We have more guns than people, so like.
Yeah, basically.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like 3-1 or something like that.
Yeah. In the United States, there's more guns than people.
So that's pretty funny.
Hell yeah.
But Brandon, do you wanna tell the people the funny interaction we had regarding the Russia-Alaska thing?
Oh yeah. So earlier, Ivan and I went to the post office to go, because Ivan was going to show me what the post office is, because currently in our complex we don't have mailboxes, so we have to get like PO boxes and everything. So he takes me there so we can pick up packages and all that and go through the whole process. So as we're standing there, if you guys don't know anything about PO boxes, that you can get different size PO boxes in the post office that range from like small envelope things to either big ones, depending on what you're expecting. But if there's anything that's oversized that doesn't fit in the boxes, will get put behind the counter, and like they'll give you a card that you have to basically redeem to get your shit with. So we're waiting there for Ivan Private Mind's packages to get picked up. So we get to the front, and then someone went to go get our stuff. So I look off to the side, and this is also pretty cool. In I think Q3 of this year, they're going to release D&D stamps, which I probably might grab some just cause.
Just to have the stamps, even though you're not going to use them.
We can gift them to John. You like them?
Yeah, or tell them that they're available.
Oh yeah, he'll hear this.
So we
Hi,
can
John.
get as much as we want.
Yeah. No, so I point out that there's D&D things, and all of a sudden the guy behind us is like, "Do you want you guys look at the Soviet military sign up forms?"
Yeah, it was like the Soviet Navy or something like that.
Yeah, it was like he was talking about like Soviet Navy and everything, even though we're like the Soviet Union doesn't exist.
Yeah, it hasn't existed for like 30 years now. I don't know what he was talking about. Maybe it's a real thing. I haven't looked it up, but like, yeah, it was just fucking weird. Dude was just like, oh, Soviet Navy.
Even though we were talking about D&D stamps.
Yeah, like, where did that come up from? Yeah, and he said something about like you'll get a cool hat if you join or something like that. Like,
yeah.
I was so confused.
I'm like,
I didn't know how
sick,
to
a
end
new
the
hat.
conversation. Yeah, we just walked away once when I got my packages. But yeah.
Well, what do you want to do? Commit treason or get a cool hat?
Get a cool hat.
I do like a cool hat.
And treason doesn't sound that bad either, but cool hat.
Treason.
Punishable.
I mean, there's a lot of trees here. Does that make? Is that what it is?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get yourself a cool hat.
I want a cool hat. But yeah, Russian. Oh, and then also he said something about us being here. We're Soviet
Russian
citizens or Russian citizens.
What?
And
that's not how this works.
And yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just wanted to like say something, but I'm like, it's a losing battle. You can't reason with someone like that.
That's why Alaskans have 90% gun ownership.
Yeah, I was about to say, and also you got to remember the 90% gun ownership. So if he disagrees, you're gonna go into a old fashioned
Western duel.
I don't know, Mexican standoff. Yeah, Western duel.
But with Desert Eagles.
That was with Desert Eagles. Yeah, that was quite an interaction. Yeah, only in Alaska.
Well,
Couldn't
That's cool.
you imagine? It was pretty fucking hilarious, to be honest.
It's like yeah, it was weird. Every day's a banger in Alaska.
Sure, let's call it that. You know.
You know what's another banger?
What?
The
No.
Activision laying off a shit ton of people in Blizzard.
Wait, Activision laying off a lot of people?
Yeah,
Blizzard?
Activision Blizzard laid off a shit ton of people, and now all their games
Or
are
technically,
suffering.
don't you mean Microsoft?
Yeah, technically Microsoft, but a bunch of people
Yeah.
got laid off, and
How many?
a lot. I don't know
All
how
of them.
much, but a lot of them. And some of them were the like for Overwatch. Some of them were people who were working on the PvE stuff, like art designers.
I
And all
thought
that
they
stuff.
said the PvE stuff wasn't a thing anymore.
No. Like the people who were like making the scraps of the PvE stuff work. Like you know the missions that they were trying to sell. It was like people who are working on that stuff were fired or laid off. Rather.
Yeah, they were like, that you don't matter anymore, so we can
Yeah.
cut you loose.
It was another thing of like the higher ups were like, don't worry, no one's getting laid off. You don't got to worry about that. And then people got laid off.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
that is exactly what happened to me when I lived in Idaho. I had a job, and they were like, this was I was in a kind of like a, well, as hilarious as this is, it was a landscaping business. But yeah, literally the dude was like, because this was during the beginning of the pandemic, and they were like, okay, well, they said only essential places are gonna like stay open, and don't worry, we're essential. And then not even like a week later, like we got laid off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, that just reminded me of that.
No.
It's kinda funny.
It was a little mini funny story, but it's like, a lot of people were complaining about that being told by their superior that, oh, it'll be fine, don't worry, and then they get laid off, and a ton of people
Yeah.
were pissed off, and they were raging on Twitter.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, because they're
Rightfully
like,
so.
how can you trust your boss? Like, to be like, everything's okay, don't need to worry, just keep working like normal, and then having that loom over your head saying like, no, it's not okay, you're gonna get fired, you're not gonna have a job tomorrow,
Hell yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
I mean,
It's
did
like,
they at least get like a severance package?
I think they
They-
did. I think some people did, but not everyone.
Okay.
So,
Um,
you know, that's shitty. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, when is it
Well,
not?
But
Speaking of layoffs, I don't know if I had this on the sheet, but Riot Games also had a massive layoff.
yeah,
Dude,
but
everyone's getting
this
laid
was-
off. I
This
swear
was
to God.
different from the Blizzard one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're not the same company.
Well, I mean, it's like
Oh my-
different scenario and whatnot.
Yeah. I think it was like for Riot Games. Also for those who don't know, Riot Games, they made like Valorant, League of Legends, that kind
China
of stuff.
number one. China
Um,
number one. I do not endorse China.
Also, they're kind of owned by Tencent as well.
Fuck China.
But yeah. Well, so is Activision Blizzard.
Oh wait, did we say fuck Activision Blizzard yet?
Well,
Just
fuck
fuck
Activision
No,
Blizzard
I
if we
don't know.
didn't.
Fuck Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, fuck them anyways, because they're a shitty company. But anyways, yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So Riot Games, they also had a layoff not too long ago. It was like 520 people, I want to say, 510, somewhere
So
around there.
goddamn many. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, that's about, I think, 10 or 11% of the entire company
Mhm.
got
Hell
laid
yeah.
off. And it was kind of somewhat like at random. So no one specifically, it wasn't like, oh, you're like a janitor, you're going to get like laid off because, you know, we don't need you or something like that. It was like
Mm.
some people who've been with the company for like 10 years or whatever got let go randomly.
Yeah. So that was another
but
thing.
The
Yeah.
difference.
No, you continue.
Oh, what?
No, I was about to say like the Blizzard situation as well. They laid off long-standing people in the company for Blizzard.
Yeah,
and
Nice.
whatnot.
It was kind
But
of like an at
it's-
random thing.
I think it was more targeted for Blizzard's case
Oh.
because they usually target people who work a long time in the company. So then Those are usually the people who have stock in the company, so they don't have it anymore.
Yeah. Well, and also they're probably more paid or paid more.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're
And
like,
then
we gotta get rid of them.
Oh, wait. I just remembered it was something absolutely hilarious. So when Activision Blizzard fired people, like not even a week later, they hired brand new people again.
Let's
after
go.
the layoffs.
Fire all the expensive people just to replace them with like 2 other like less paid people.
Less paid, inexperienced people who do not know what the fuck they're doing, and it's bonkers. It was That's why everyone was fucking pissed, because they were like, they laid off experienced people who can actually do shit, and then hired fucking no ones. Well, they're not no ones.
Yeah,
but it's like new people.
See, as much as it sucks for layoffs, going back to the riot thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think, I mean, okay, it's a company, right? So companies don't ever expect them to care about you. But in terms of riot, like, honestly, it kind of did seem like they were upset that they needed to lay off so many people. Like, it actually does seem genuine. Like, they have one of the best severance packages for everyone. All 500 and something people got,
it was
hold
like
on, let me look
6
it
months
up.
pay plus like a bonus.
Yeah, it was like
Christmas.
6 months pay. Your benefits are gonna are also included in the severance, so you'll get 6 months of coverage even though you're not working.
You get
hold
like
on,
a
I want to get
Christmas
the whole
bonus
list.
and a raise or something.
Yeah, layoff. Sorry, I need to go look it up real quick. I should have had this.
Yeah, so while you search that, it's like Riot at least does something like good. At least
They seem like they were genuinely upset needing to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it is their
Blizzard.
fault why they do layoffs. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's more like it wasn't like malicious, like for extra money. Like they needed to do it at the end of the day.
Like Destiny.
Yeah.
Like Destiny's layoffs.
okay,
Oh my god. Yeah.
So here's the actual thing. So we offer a minimum 6 months of salary. So minimum. So maybe some people got longer. It might be for seniority stuff.
Probably.
Yeah, they offer cash bonuses of everyone's we offer a cash bonus equal to 1 X or 100% of everyone's individual performance bonus.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I don't know what that is. Health benefits is also equal to length of severance, rounded up to the whole month. So I'm guessing if you start like on the 2nd or whatever, you'll get the entire month, even though you didn't need that. Also, there's a wellness fund. Huh?
The performance bonus is like if you're like working extra, you get paid extra. So you get double that what you normally would.
Nice. Well, there you go. Yeah, there's also wellness funds, which is up to like $1,000 to cover other expenses, anything. Equity, if you had shares. Let me see. So I'm just skimming it. Oh yeah, you get to keep your computer as well.
Oh yeah, they gave
your
everyone
laptop
a laptop
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a laptop. You get 6 months of career support. There's Rioter Assistant Program to help you get a job. Visa support is a big one, so they'll still support your visa. You get to keep your Riot email access for the severance thing. There's a bit more, but it just goes into like finer details of other stuff. But like, that's fucking awesome. I mean, it sucks that they got laid off, but yeah, that's how you do it. You don't just like, oh well, good luck in the real world. Like they're actually trying to help.
Yeah, you're not
even though you got laid off.
Like I said, like it wasn't malicious. This is like they're actually trying to help you.
Yeah.
You're not Destiny and like, all right, we're gonna cut people's heads off. Look how much money we made, guys. Look how much money. Look at the big number. Don't ignore those people who we just kicked out to the curb. Look how much money we made.
Look at me go.
God fucking hell. Oh wait, so this ties into another thing. Did you know in Japan, they cannot lay you off unless they literally do everything in their power to prevent that. Like they're legally they're supposed to do that. So there's like a whole bunch of financial stuff before like you file for bankruptcy and have to do layoffs and whatnot, like in a company, where they have to they have to do literally everything in their power to prevent you from being laid off.
Nice.
So like, you know, in Japan, they can't, it's not like you don't have to worry about being laid off or something like that. Because it's on the company. I mean, they have to like
you
do
still have
everything.
to worry about your mental health in the work environment.
Oh
but...
yeah. We don't talk about Japan's mental health issues and their work environment.
High suicide rates.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
No.
We just talk about the good no layoff stuff.
Yeah, we only talk about, I mean, compare that to the fucking American fucking Blizzard Destiny layoffs being like, hey, you're out to the curb, bye-bye.
Yeah. I mean, your first problem was working for that company to begin with.
Look how much money we made, guys. Look at our stocks.
What if they were working before like all the shit that happened?
True.
Though?
Yeah, that was true.
What do you mean, Brandon?
No, he is like, your first mistake was like working for that company. But what if it was like you were already working there before all the shit went down?
Like working when you were at the Halo era of Bungie?
Probably. Or just like, no, I'm talking about, or even Blizzard too.
Oh, yeah. Like
I think Blizzard has been going down here for a lot longer than Bungie.
No, I think they're about the same. But Bungie and... Actually, no, you're right. World of Warcraft was much older.
Yeah. Well, and also the work environment way back then wasn't the best either in or in Blizzard's thing. But yeah, unfortunate.
So, yeah, shitty companies doing shitty things. There's a Pal World update if you guys want to hear that.
There's a Pal World update.
Yeah.
Pal World.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was that enough people bitched and moaned to Nintendo saying that they're stealing shit, that Nintendo finally made it an official statement saying that, okay, guys, we see Pal World, we'll look into it, please shut the fuck up. Something similar to that.
Were people really
they were that
bitching
pissed
to Nintendo?
They were bitching that
Why?
much. Because they hate new people making new things.
They hate having fun.
They hate
no fun having SBHPB boys.
They're like,
that's so stupid.
You know what's actually funny? Like, most of the shit people have been throwing out saying it's like, oh, they're using AI generated things, they're using stolen assets. All of them have been lies and been proven to be false. But people are still bitching and moaning. And it's hilarious.
I mean, as much as I'll never play that game, I mean, I do like applaud them for getting into that space and kind of walking that line to... I don't know if they're trying to make a statement to Nintendo, but they're definitely showing how Nintendo, how much are they valued? Like billions of dollars, and they're pumping out shitty Pokemon games, and
absolute
this is like a
dog shit.
Yeah, and this is a small indie company that did a thing and made something that's better than the past like 5 years of longer Pokemon games.
I think it's like 8 days, and they already sold over 7 million copies, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
like surprised Ark's not like getting involved in this, you know. Oh wait, never mind. Ark can't get involved. I'm thinking of comparison wise.
Well, you don't own that genre, so it's a survival game.
Yeah.
So, like the only thing that you can even remotely, because it's like Nintendo doesn't own the capturing monster genre. And Ark doesn't own the survival game genre.
Yeah.
So it's like they're in their legal rights to make this game. They don't use the Pokemon names. I guess you can argue some of the pals look like Pokemons, but they're not 1-to-1 rips. Yeah,
I mean, remember the thing we talked about like a long time ago? Is that I think when it comes to like art asset stuff, I think as long as there's like 20% difference, then you should be fine.
It's like that. And also, you know what was another thing? People were raging that it was an asset flip game. And it's like, it's garbage for that reason. But it's like, there are a lot of games that they bought assets. And
they bought assets
and were using them. It's like, there are
that's
a lot of
what
games.
They're for.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of games do you know the game Dark and Darker?
I don't think so.
It's
probably
it's a really, really cool extraction game, but it's like medieval. So you have like knights and swords and magic, and it's an extraction game, and it's all purely made by using I think it's Unreal assets bought from the store, and they told everyone, hey, we made this game. It's using these assets. Come try it out. See if you guys like it. And it was a massive success from them using store-bought assets, and it's like that's not really a good argument.
And the thing is, like Gary's mod that uses like Half-Life assets and all that shit, but people don't bitch and moan about that.
No, they don't, and it's a great game.
Yeah,
Gary's
exactly.
mod.
Like,
I mean, it was literally originally a mod, and then Valve came and was like, "Hey, we're gonna make this an official game. Come work with us." And they were like,
"Yeah,
dope.
I know, but
let's do that."
I know, but still, that's literally an asset flip.
Yeah, exactly.
From an already existing game.
It's just people are stupid.
But doesn't it also use like the same like sources from like CS:GO and all that stuff too?
Yeah. It uses Half-Life and CS stuff.
And it's a fun game that people can play.
Yeah,
and it's super cheap.
As long as people are having fun and also proving that Nintendo's stupid with their asset.
Even though some Gary's Mod servers have pedophiles on them and like CP enjoyers.
We don't talk about that.
That's in every game, you know.
Yeah, it's like they're bound to be everywhere. You just gotta fucking
filter them out. I don't know.
But
We're going on a baby hunt. We're going to weed them out.
Because we talked about this before with the Power World stuff and whatnot. I just hope that they actually invest into this game and work on it, unlike their previous games. Like if they do, the
success is so high. I highly doubt they're not going to do something with it.
You never know.
I don't know.
It's like, because I want to play it. I really do want to play it because it looks fun. Because I like Ark, I like Pokemon. Everyone's loving the game so far, so I'm like, fuck. I kind of want to get it, but I don't want to. I have like, how hard of a stance I have when it comes to developers, and like, if they don't treat their game properly, I do not want to support them. I do not want to give them my money. And from their track record, it's like they haven't been good with their games, so it's like I kind of don't want to give them my money, but it looks like fun. Yeah. So it's a wait and see.
How much is it? How much is it? Like $30? You said?
Yeah, it's $30, but right now it's on discount for 26. Oh, it's not on discount anymore. It's just 30.
Okay, so it's $30. They've sold at a minimum 2 million.
Yeah. With 8 million people playing. 8 million plus.
So what is that? $60 million?
It's crazy.
A lot of fucking money, to say the least.
Yeah, at a minimum. 60 million that they made. Or 6 million. Or I can't do math. But still, they made a lot of money. Yeah, they've made a lot of money. I think they're gonna continue with this.
I hope so. If I might buy it in the future. I'll wait for them to actually update the game and see what they're doing. Because right now, like the game is fun and the loop is fun, but there's like a lot of bugs because it's an early access game.
Yeah.
So
that's expected.
I'll just wait till they do shit. But speaking of developers, real quick, I was hoping to tie it in with the Gary's mod, but then I kept ranting. Valve is not becoming, but is a shitty company. I don't know if you guys know this.
Valve?
They've been a shitty company for a long time.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
they're very neglectful. And
yeah, they're neglectful
to their games.
To their games.
Yeah, to their games.
Not to their customers.
No, they're not. But to their games that they own, that they cherish so much that they literally will not make another game because they're too afraid of fucking it up. By the way, that is literally why they haven't made a Half-Life 3, Team Fortress 3, CS:GO, anything, Dota 3.
That could be part of the answer, but I'm pretty sure the right answer is because Steam is just way too popular, so they're focusing everything on Steam.
See, that's not the thing, Ivan. Okay, so when you're working at Valve, the mentality is that the developers can literally do anything that they want. If they're passionate about working on CS:GO, then you're working on CS:GO. If you're passionate about anything else, you do that. That's the mentality at Valve.
You go do that, man. You go do that.
Yeah, exactly. You do that, and that's how they're so good. That's why they're good, because their work environment's like, you do what you like to do. And but that's not really great for the players because one of their games that they've been very, very neglectful on is Team Fortress 2. Very old game. Very loved by the community. And recently, Valve has done a brain rot move. Legally, they can do it because here I'm getting ahead of myself. So, Valve has made Source 2. The engine.
Source 2.
Yeah, Source 2. They made the Source 2 engine a while back, and they moved a lot of games over to the new engine, like CS:GO. I think CS2 is in Source 2. Another thing is I think Dota as well.
Also Half-Life Alyx, the VR game.
Half-Life Alyx was made in Source 2. And
Alex.
And recently, some very passionate TF2 fans have started their own work on porting Team Fortress 2 into Source 2 and making the Source 2 project. They've been working on this for years. But recently, Valve, and it's in their legal rights to DMCA strike the project because they were using Team Fortress 2 assets and whatnot. Of course, they're allowed to do that. But as you know, the team, like, everyone in TF2 is pissed off about this because it's like, you're neglecting your game. The last update they have done for Team Fortress 2, like an actual update, was like 6 years. 6 years ago was our last big official update to Team Fortress 2. And they have done fucking nothing with the game. So then fans were like, okay, we can, if they're not doing it, like, another thing, before I go over to the Team Fortress 2, like a lot of the updates they even have been doing have been case updates. They just add more hats into the game and been more monetizing into the game sphere and whatnot. And any update that requires like balancing new maps or anything like that, all community made, including the hats. Everything comes from the community, and then Valve barely lifts a fucking pinky finger to click the button to hit go. And it's like, they literally do not care about this game anymore.
But why would they do that, though? Because they don't want to. It's all a mental game. They're all psychiatrists. They just know this shit on heart. Oh, God.
So Team Fortress fan base has been neglected, and they're still being neglected heavily. So then fans were like, okay, well, we know that they're never going to port Team Fortress 2 over to Source 2, so we'll do it ourselves.
Fine,
and then
I'll
Valve
do it
was
myself.
Like, nah, fam, stop that shit right now. We own that. Go fuck yourself. TF2 fan base, suck a fat one. And then we're you're doing nothing for us. And then you fucking strike this fan project. It's like, yeah, you can, but it's like...
Not to defend, but I am going to defend.
Okay, yeah, hit me with it.
There's something similar to what Riot Games have done, but I forgot their actual response, but it made sense. Because a little bit ago, there was a League of Legends project to bring back the original League of Legends, like when it first released or whatever, like season 1.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted, like, it's kind of like old school RuneScape, right? They wanted to make like an old school RuneScape equivalent of League of Legends, but fan made and all that stuff. And Riot Games DMCA'd that one, struck it down. I forgot their actual reasoning, but I just remember that it made, like, it's understandable why they did it, because, you know, it's the same thing with the Valve people or whatever. Like it's different, but more or less the same, you know, game developers and stuff like that. But it was something along the lines of, they want that to happen. Of course, you know, they're not doing it because they're more focusing on current league. If only I knew that you were going to bring this up, but, because I would have found the reasoning, but it was something along the lines of like, they can't just allow all of this to happen. Like, because if one person does it, then another person does. Like, it's setting a precedence of like, you can just do whatever, and not everyone is going to be as respectful as that group or whatever. So they might as well just stop it all at once.
Okay. My counter argument to that is, real quick,
Yeah.
Valve has already. They're not even depending on the community. They're literally just using community at this point. And that was part of the community.
I guess that is different. But I think I guess what Valve can do. Oh, sorry.
No. So, and another thing is that like literally in the past, like we were talking about Gary's mod, that was a passionate fan on Half-Life. They were using Half-Life, and a fan was like, "Hey, let me make a mod using the Half-Life engine." And Valve was like, "Hey, let's hire you to make this game to do it because you're passionate about it." And the whole idea on Valve is if you're passionate about it, you can do it. So why not just hire passionate members of the community on Team Fortress 2 to actually fucking work on Team Fortress 2 because they want to do it? Like instead of DMCAing the Source 2 people trying to port it over, fucking hire them and let them do it.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. I was like, a thing that Valve can do to redeem themselves is like they don't even have to hire them. They can probably sponsor the project or officially be involved in it somehow to make it to make it, you know, what it is now.
But it's like they
kind of like how Gary's mod,
they're not dependent on the community to run this, but the community has been fucking running this game for the past many years, several years at this point.
Yeah.
It's just been community run. It's like you really can't, you have so much money. It's Valve we're talking about.
Well, we don't really know how much money they have, but yeah, they have a shit ton.
They have, dude, fucking Power World alone, having that game run on their Steam. They can hire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they take 30% of the sales.
Exactly. So it's
they
like,
get $10 out of every
you can
buy.
Fucking give a single dollar for a person to fucking
one
run
singular
Team Fortress
dollar.
2. It's like, just hire someone, please. That would be like the biggest W you can give to the Team Fortress community. It's like, we hired someone to work on Team Fortress 2. You happy now? And everyone would shut the fuck up. Everyone would just do that.
So funny enough, I'm on Valve's website right now on their career page. And the vast majority of the stuff isn't really like game development stuff. It's more like hardware design, software stuff, data science, finance, software engineering. So they're not really hiring really much for game developers or any of that stuff. They have some game design and some art and audio, but
But here, counter argument.
Okay.
They just can't, or they just won't.
They just don't want to.
Because that make too much sense. They'd be giving it to the community.
Yeah, exactly. The community who's passionate and that's still giving them money.
I know. That makes too much sense. We live in a world where we don't make that much sense.
Maybe Valve wants TF2 to die.
I doubt it.
I mean,
it's
the writing is on the wall,
it's
man.
It's like the third most popular game on Steam.
Yeah, but they have like you said, they have money. Maybe they don't care if it dies or not because they already made their buck.
And that's why Valve is becoming a shitty company because they don't care about their fucking creations anymore. No, I
honestly don't care about that.
They clearly care enough to fucking DMCA strike the fucking Source 2 project.
Well, that's just protecting your IP.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. You don't really care. You can still protect your IP. You're right about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that upsets me so much. As a TF2 fan, it's like, what the fuck, Valve?
Yeah.
Really?
As not much of a TF2 fan, I'm just like, well.
Fuck.
They seem to really care about the Steam Deck, by the way, so I'm happy that's where their focus is.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
My little rant out of the way, but unfortunate.
Yeah. I guess you should just go off and work at Valve just to do whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, become a game developer.
Right? Yeah, just do that.
Fucking do that.
Yeah. Or learn the Source 2 engine.
Oh, wait. Another thing, I think there's like one major reason why people don't want to work on Team Fortress 2 is that this fucking source code is a fucking mess. It is disgusting. Like, you know
that thing, like there's a PNG of like a coconut or whatever, and like if they remove it, Oh, is it not?
That's
I
not
just
true.
remember
But,
seeing
but
something
there,
like
there
that.
is people don't know the TF2 source code was leaked a long time ago.
Yeah.
So people know the ins and outs of TF2. But there is a PNG of a cow.
That's
if you
what it
delete
was.
that,
Okay.
if you delete that, then Team Fortress 2 will run.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I thought there was something stupid like keep this weird PNG there or everything stops working.
Yeah, someone did a video on removing every texture in the game and seeing if it would still run. And there was like four textures that you couldn't remove. There was one that made footsteps with type of metal. Not textures, but files. 4 files you couldn't remove to run Team Fortress 2, which was like the starting up program. It was like what sound textures you're walking on, a fucking cow, and then I think that was it. Like you can remove the sound, you can remove a lot of things and have everything still run. It's pretty cool.
Top 10 thing that just makes sense in video games.
Yeah, just keep the fucking cow and your game runs.
That we
Brandon,
can't remove a cow.
Brandon, you want to talk about the Netflix WWE thing?
Oh yeah, shit. I totally forgot about that. So, for those of you who aren't aware with the whole WWE thing, they are moving their longest running episodic television show, Monday Night Raw, off cable.
What?
That's something that's been on. Yeah, so they're gonna take it off cable. That's been on cable for over about 31 years now, and they're gonna move it to Netflix in like a huge like deal and then something.
That's
and on
crazy.
top of that, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson is like now a board of director with TKO, which is like the brand that owns WWE and UFC, like the Enforcer. It's like that joint brand.
Mm-hmm.
And the CEO Vince McMahon has stepped down because of more sexual allegation stuff that came out about him.
Let's go.
That man can't catch a break.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I saw that all over Reddit.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious too. But I just think it's interesting that they're taking it off air and putting it on Netflix, which is weird because like they have Peacock, which they also stream stuff off of.
Right.
But not what else. That's what they just do that for their PLEs or their premium live events.
Yeah.
Which we're watching tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. But I just think it's interesting that it's going to be, I think it's just Raw. So their other show, SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown, is just going to stay on cable.
Okay.
So
They wanted to
I'm
bag.
about to say like because that's some iconic names right there because I know that stuff.
yeah, it's which is going to be interesting since it's no longer going to be the longest running episodic television show in sports history.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
I know, right?
I mean, there are reasons to it because a lot of people are online now. Not many people actually go and use cable anymore.
But the thing is, too, is like you can have YouTube TV and like just be on the channels,
Yeah.
Like they have like their own like channel services with some of these streaming things. So it's on those channels, but like it's just gonna be interesting. They're gonna take it off, make it exclusive to Netflix of all things,
They're gonna Netflixify it and make everyone gay.
I don't understand. Like, how is Netflix gonna do like a $5 billion like deal for this shit, but then make shitty like once over series that like people want second seasons for, and then they never get,
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you gonna invest all your money and time into like I say this with a grain of salt to anyone who knows, like to fake wrestling, to act like actual like movies and like TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, while we're on the topic of the Netflix stuff, sorry, give me a sec. I was trying to look it up. I saw this. I mean, of course, Reddit. But it was something to do with. Yeah. Netflix removes their cheapest ad-free plan.
What?
Now. So, hold on. I'm bringing back up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, no, it's something to do with you know how everyone was, canceling their subscriptions because, they're adding they added a ad plan and the price hikes and all that stuff, and now the password sharing thing.
Dude,
crackdown.
even our internet bill just went up.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything's going up.
Yeah.
But so it's been proven, I guess, to Netflix that the revenue is actually going back up now. It's people are proving that all the bad stuff Netflix has been doing hasn't been doing real shit for their stuff, and they're actually cracking down on more stuff. So they're removing their cheapest ad-free option, which is their standard plan, which is almost $16.
What?
And that's their cheapest?
Yeah, and that's now gonna have ads. $16 a month for 2 streams. It's probably not even 4K. Actually, yeah, no, that's not 4K. That's just standard definition.
Oh my god.
And yeah, they're gonna have it with ads.
Remember
so you have to go one higher.
Remember when streaming was like the new thing, the new hot thing, and there was no ads, and that was like one of the main selling point? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Check
yeah,
out
no,
our streaming plans.
it's whack.
Fucking,
But you also have to think of competition between other people, and then not to mention people want to like sponsor and sell their deals to make them even more money. That's why they have these ads and everything to put in between. That's why if you think about it too, like when Super Bowl comes around, people want to put their product in with those Super Bowl commercials. So like that they'll pay upwards like millions and millions of dollars just to put like 30 seconds of your time.
Yeah.
So it was inevitable either way.
But I mean, I feel like those two different types of ads are different, because like the Super Bowl ads is like in their own league compared to your average. You're just watching your normal TV show and you see an ad there.
Yeah, but people still pay for their slot times and everything.
Yeah, I mean, Super Bowl ads have been going downhill for a while now. I don't think it was a meme that they're good anymore. They used to be funny.
That's
like
shame.
the Dorito stuff.
Yeah, I used to fucking love Super Bowl ads, dude. I looked forward to that. But now they're garbage.
They've been shit for at least 5 years.
Just make sure if you want to buy a TV, just wait till Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's where you get the cheapest.
Yes, we get the cheapest. The best and the cheapest.
Or just go to Costco.
Oh yeah. Oh, can we tell them about the that fiasco?
I mean, what is there to tell? I got a new TV, I guess.
But the whole fiasco of us getting it back home.
Oh, that was yeah. So I mean, so I upgraded my TV, right? So when we got up here, we didn't have one. So gratefully, or thankfully, Holly's sister provided us with one. I mean, it was an alright TV. I mean, it was like 1080p, but it was an old Samsung, but it was also a 3D TV. Like it had a button to put anything in 3D mode, which is kind of cool. But it was only 55-inch, 1080p. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I want to get a new TV. So I got a 65-inch 4K LG. And at the time, we didn't take my car, the Sequoia. We took Brandon's car, which is a
2015 Nissan Rogue.
Rogue, okay. I knew it was Nissan, I just forgot which one. But I'm glad I was contemplating getting more. I wanted a 75-inch, and I could have bought a 75-inch. But I didn't think I really needed it. I was debating it, and then Brandon convinced me. He was like, just get the 65 if you need something bigger, you know. Especially like when we go buy a house or whatever, we're gonna need something bigger. But that's later down the road. So I got the 65-inch, and then it was time to put it in his car.
Well, let's back up real quick. The reason why we didn't take your car, because we couldn't open the trunk.
Oh, yeah. My trunk is kind of broken, the latch thing. I have to go fix that. So
even if we wanted to get a TV, we could only take my car because my trunk actually opens.
Yeah, I mean, we could strap it on the top of mine, but
we didn't have straps.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, we took Brandon's, and dude, thank God I did not get like a 70 or 75-inch. It would not have fit. The 65 barely fit. We had to move our seats all the way forward and stuff. Like my knees were hitting the dash.
Yeah, it was basically like
it was just right.
Just right. It was so bad.
That's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
That
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. No, that was
Oh, wait,
funny.
then like it doesn't even fit on the TV stand either, too.
Oh yeah, my console thing, my TV console thing, it's too small.
Just too small.
It's just too small. So right now my TV is like slightly, like, you know, tilted.
But it's like sitting on top of your old gaming case. So
Yeah. It's sitting on my old PC case, so it's like so it's just slightly, you know, tilted, slanted. I don't know.
you
I
don't
gotta
even
get a new
notice it.
console.
So.
Yeah. But oh well, it's funny.
It's
All right,
funny.
well, moral of the story for this episode is be sure to legally acquire your TV shows and do not have some sort of offhand way to attain it. Be sure to have the proper quality that your service does provide, 4K as standard definition. Companies are shitty, and I think we can wrap this up here. Thank you everybody so much for watching this week's episode of the Load Tail Podcast. Be sure to check out the links in the description down below for our other shit. You guys have anything else to say?
Night, teeter totter.
Teeter totter.
It be like that.
That.
All right, and we'll see everybody next time. Bye.
See you later, stinkies.